Tammy. My name's Lauren. I'm an occupational therapy student at Messiah University, and I'm just going to be asking you some questions to get to know you better today. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So my first question for you is to just tell me a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What are some of your hobbies? What are you interested in?
So I'm from Willsboro, Pennsylvania. It's like a little small town up north, like right below the New York border.
Mhm.
Um, and for fun, I like to go for like runs and do yoga. And I work a lot on campus, but I also like to bake and make time for baking. So,
Okay. I like to bake as well. What type of things do you like to bake?
my favorite thing to bake are scones and pie. But
Ooh, those
yeah.
sound really good. Have you ever made pumpkin pie before?
Yes, yeah. I like to do like decorations with the crust and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool. How do you do how do you do decorations? Because I've never homemade crust before. I've only bought it. So how do you do that?
So, I use like cookie cutters and I'll mix what's it called? Food coloring with water just to
Mhm.
tone it down a little bit and I like paint it onto the crust and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool. Does it take a lot of time?
Um, Not really. The crust is really pretty easy to make. Like the one I
Mhm.
use is only three ingredients.
Oh, wow.
It's just Crisco, water, and flour. So,
Okay, so it doesn't sound too bad.
yeah.
Not too hard.
No, it's not. But no, it doesn't take very long.
That's awesome.
So.
Okay, so my next question for you is what made you decide on occupational therapy as a career?
So in high school, I was doing some job shadowing, um, and I shadowed a PT first, and there was an OT there as well. So I actually ended up spending most of the day with her,
Mhm.
um, and I just liked how creative and like hands-on what she was doing was. So I decided just to go shadow more OTs.
Okay, that's awesome. So you would say that you really liked the creativeness and a lot of the hands-on work.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
that's awesome. What made you choose Elizabethtown as your school?
So I just really liked the Lancaster area. I thought the campus was really pretty and everybody was so friendly when I came, like, and toured. But I actually applied here undecided, and the OT part came later, and I just got really lucky that it was a good OT school.
Right. So then what would you say pushed you towards OT since you went in undecided?
I think it was definitely the job shadowing that I did in high school.
Mhm.
Actually, it was my mom. She said that like she thought I would be a good OT like after I told her about it because she's a teacher, so she's
Okay.
like worked with OTs before.
Hmm.
So that's why like I got more into the shadowing.
Okay. Does your mom have a big influence on your life?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she does.
So does mine. She helps me with a lot as well.
Oh, yeah, it's nice having somebody there
Right.
to help.
Um, so could you tell me what your definition of occupational therapy is to you?
Yeah, so I think OT is oh gosh. So to me, OT is when you help somebody to um, live their life in a way that's like meaningful to them and like help them to be able to be as independent as possible in just the tasks that they like find meaningful to them and like to help them to bring meaning to their life. It's so
Yeah, I think that's really good. We're learning about that as well, and it's very evident that it's important to do things that are meaningful to the client to really help them in therapy.
hmm
Um, so, what field of OT do you see yourself practicing in after OT school?
so I want to do inpatient rehabilitation. That's
Mhm.
kind of my end goal for OT. But I think before that, I want to like be able to get more experience in a bunch of different settings just to like make sure. And plus, I just want more experience in
Mhm.
general before I like settle down with like the inpatient job. So I
Right.
want to do travel therapy for a while too.
Okay. That's awesome. Where would you want to travel to work?
So I would probably be interested in just staying like in the US. But
Mhm.
I've only really been to places on the East Coast, so I'd like to branch out and go like west and south and north and everything. So
Okay. Are there any specific places that you would like to travel to in general?
I went to Vietnam last year with the school. It was a service learning project, and I would love to go back there and just see more of the country.
That's awesome.
So,
Could you tell me a little bit more about that trip?
yeah. So we went with an organization called Brittany's Hope, and they collaborate with orphanages over there.
Mhm.
And the work they do is very purposeful. So we had to take a semester-long course on just how to like, speak the language, to learn their customs, and how to interact with the orphans. So like as not to like harm them or anything.
Right.
And it was really fun. It was a rewarding experience, and I learned a lot from them.
Hmm.
So
That's
yeah, it
really
was really
cool.
nice.
And it's cool that you were able to learn about another culture as well. Because in OT, that can be
Yeah.
very important to know a client's culture and their background to really help in their therapy. So that's awesome. Um, so my next question for you is, what qualities do you think makes up a good OT?
So I think definitely creativity is important
Mm-hmm.
because um, you have to be able to make your treatments client-centered, and that takes a bit of creativity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think you definitely have to have empathy because therapeutic use of self is so important to like build rapport with the client and just help them be comfortable with you.
Mm-hmm.
And a third thing I think makes a good OT is somebody who's open-minded. Like you need to be able to like accepting of other people and other ideas just so you can because you have to work with other professionals and everybody's different, so you have to be able to like work with that.
Right. So kind of like flexibility in a sense as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely that too.
Yeah. All right. So can you tell me about a time that you worked well as part of a team and what you think made that scenario go well for you guys?
So one that sticks out to me is I was doing an IPE event at Hershey with other students from different professions. So
Mm-hmm.
there was obviously like the OT students, the PT students, med students, nursing students. There were social work students and pharmacy students. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a good mix of everybody. And we had to go in and evaluate a patient and then like plan their discharge and find like the best setting for them to be discharged to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I thought my group did a really good job of communicating beforehand just so we could, figure out what everybody's roles are and like delegate who was going to do what for the or for the evaluation to help it go smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
And I also thought everybody did a really good job of like listening and respecting like the other professionals' opinions on what should happen.
Mm-hmm.
So um, it was just nice to like see how everybody would work together, like kind of made it more like real in a
Right.
sense.
So it seemed like there was a lot of collaboration going on.
Yeah, and it definitely helped for like a real world situation to
Yeah,
collaborate like that.
that's awesome. So it sounds like it went really well for you guys then.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Oh, very good. All right. My next question, I'm trying to see. We'll do a fun one. So,
Okay.
if you were stranded on a desert island, what three things would you bring with you and why?
Um, well, all right, I'm a very clumsy person, so I would probably bring a first aid kit with me.
It's a good
So,
one to have.
yeah, and you can like use some of those things in other ways too.
Hmm.
So, um, I'd probably bring like maybe a book series to read or something, because I'd like to think I would be handy enough to build a raft or something, but
Hmm.
I'm really not, so I would need something to do while I was there. And I don't know what they're called exactly, but those like water desalinator machines or something.
Yes.
Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that. So I would have some water to drink. To
That's
drink.
very good, very helpful things. So that's actually all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for your time. It was great getting to know you more. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, what do you like to bake?
I like to bake cupcakes. I like to do cake, cookies. Christmas time, we do a lot of cookies. So it's a big thing for me. Pretty much anything. Anything you throw
Yeah.
at me, I will, because I love sweets, I will bake and eat all of them.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's like
Yeah.
fun, relaxing.
All right. So, again, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thanks, you too.